Oh, hi y'all. Good morning, campers. I see I'm adding to my painting. She has a little dress on with some little flowers. And each day I want to show you that you can be creative, but you don't have to be perfect. Okay, this is our third day. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do sand painting. And we're going to do shell creations. Seashells, that is. Now, I want to tell you something about sand. Sand is really broken up rocks. And rocks are made from minerals. So that's the part we got from nature. Then, the shells. Okay, you know what a shell is. Oh, seashells. Have you been to Galveston? Oh, there's so many on there. It is the covering, the part that covers the mollusk, which is that little soft like oysters, you know, I love oysters. And it also covers the snail that we see in our garden. So let's get started, okay? Now our first project is sand painting. Now what you're going to need from your sand painting bag are these items that I'm going to show you. I'm going to lift them up so you can see. I chose from my folder an orange, a slice of an orange, and we're going to put that on our board. Then we're going to put this on top of it, which is our graphite paper. You need that. You're going to need the 2 or 3 food colorings that you have. Now in your temper paint bag, you choose the temper paint that you want to use. Also, you have here a tray that I wrapped so that you can put your little bitty design stuff once you trace it in here. And then we're going to show you how to put the sand on it. Are you ready for this? I know you are. All right, let's get started. Now you have here some sand. I have here some sand that I have already dyed. Now this one may look the same as this one, but it has a name on it. It's called sand color. So you're able to make any color you want. This is made from the red, but I didn't put a lot because I wanted pink. But you can make it as dark as you want to. Now, this is the sand that you will be using. It's white, has no writing on it. You will dye half of this, or however you want to. You might want to make more colors. But if you have a bag with a colored sand in it already, and you don't really like that light color, you can add food coloring to it, or you can add tempera paint. Okay? See that T? That represents tempera. And so here we go. Now the first thing I want to do is to dye the sand. Okay, we're gonna you have here extra bags that we put in here so that you can take as much of the sand. And notice I have a little box here. If you want to deal with the sand, you don't want to get it everywhere. You put it in here because some of it's gonna fall out. You know how sand is. It's like glitter. It's everywhere once you open it. See, here's one. And I'm going to say, let's do a red. Let's see if I can make this red. Red. So here we go. I'm taking it, and I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 dots in it. Then I'm going to close it up, mix it around. Ooh, look at that. It's really, really coming along. And you got to really mix it because look at that. I think this is okay. Don't you think? See how pretty that is? Okay, now let's use the tempera paint. Now with the tempera, what I'm going to do is take a little dab, put it in here. Okay, so we're going to close it up real tight. Now sometimes it's better just to do it in a little container. Now I tell you what, recycling is really good. I recycle most of the things that I use, like containers and stuff, for my artwork. And so I don't ever have to go looking for or buying extra things. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Of course, it's not as mixed up as I want it to be, but that's okay. You see how to do it. And now I'm going to demonstrate to you how to transfer your design to your board. Remember in one of our previous lessons, we had to trace a design. And so I want to reiterate that soft is better. Pushing down hard does not work. You're gonna go, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going hard, I'm just going around. All right. Now, if it's crooked, don't worry about it. I mean, if it has wavy lines in it, you're gonna cover that with the sand. So what I'm going to do is move it, and there you see. It looks nice, doesn't it? It's not a perfect, but who cares? Now, I can use any color that I want. I can use the orange for the center, or I can use blue for the outer edge. And I'm not going to finish it, but I'm going to show you how we do this from start to finish. You're going to take your box, put it in your tray, and put it in here. Then you're going to put your sand in here, because we don't want that all over Mama's house. So we're going to take this and your glue out of your art bag. Take and look. According to the directions, it says one section at a time. So what I'm going to do is take and paint. I'm painting the glue on. And see, I didn't water down the paint, did I? No, I didn't water it down because you wanted the sand to stick to it. Alrighty, see, I did one segment of the orange. Kind of keep this wet because, you know, glue dries hard. Now, sprinkle and sprinkle and sprinkle as much as you can on your design. See, I just took one section, and guess what I did wrong, y'all? I made a boo-boo. I didn't cover up my glue. That's something you need to remember. Always cover up your liquids because they can, let's see, that's popped. It can easily be knocked over. Now, doing this, and you can press a little bit, making sure, and tap it down, and look. That's what of course, now I didn't put a whole lot of glue, but I'm going to try one more time. There you go. Doesn't it look better? Awesome. So now I'm not going to complete this, but I'm going to show you what I did. Oh, it's not fancy, but it's a chicken. Look at my chicken. Here she is with her different colors. I took each section and did one at a time. And here's a little tip. Inside our little trays, we'll have sand here. You can take your sand, the color sand that you have, and find that bag, like I'm finding it right now here, and you can open that little bag and pour it right back in. Our next project for today is dealing with creating something out of seashells. Now, here is a beautiful seashell, and it's got this alabaster inside. Look how pretty that is, shiny and just as awesome. They even make earrings out of some of these. Now here, this side is rough, has little holes in it. Now I tell you, you could do anything you want to do with this. But what I want to demonstrate to you is this. I've got two things to demonstrate to you as far as creation. This I can use as a tray, another tray to put my keys in, my little change, my coin money. Put it like that. Oh, look how cute that is. But the outside is kind of, kind of icky. So what I'm going to do is select a paint. This is the metallic paint. I want it to look shiny. And then here is the acrylic paint. This will be your primer. Now I have these two colors, and I can use any color I want and paint. Now look, you see how that's coming out? It's not really covering that. That's because the paint the shell needs more than one layer. of this paint, this primer as we're going to call it. We're going to do that, let it dry, choose the color that you want, and paint over that. But make sure that you put more than one coat of this white on here. Okay, I want to show you a shell that I have completed. I started off doing this exactly like I did this one. See how pretty it came off? And then inside your bag, you will have some of these gemstones, different colors though. And you can take your paint pen. See, I took paint pens and just put dots on there. You don't have to be elaborate to make it beautiful. And look what I did inside. I painted it white because the inside of it was so ugly. It wasn't as beautiful as this is. So I just painted it in. And what I'm going to do is, once I'm going to put another coat in here. Once that's dry, I'm going to use some of my Mod Podge, which is the one that says MP Mod Podge, and do this inside. Now see, I really don't have to do this because I use metallic paint on here. And so I don't have to use the Mod Podge. But this one here is just regular acrylic paint, that A. And so we're going to do that Mod Podge to kind of seal it. Okay? Now, another activity that to do with shells, see, I told you I want you all to be creative. And here is, now some of you may be capable of using a glue gun. If you don't have a glue gun, don't go out and buy one. You can use regular glue, but it takes longer for it to dry. And here are some beautiful, I want to show you, beautiful shells. And I'm going to make a butterfly. And here is another shell that's going to be part of the design. And it's going to be a butterfly. And I love the color of these shells so much. I'm not going to paint them because they're too beautiful, naturally beautiful. Look at all what nature has done. Look at those designs on here. Awesome, isn't it? And look at this swirly thing here. And you know, I really don't know what this is called. But you know, when I first got it, it had a lot of sand in it. And I just pounced it and pounced it. See, you can still see some of the sand right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I think it's hot enough, just a little bit on the edges here. And make sure that it meets. I want to make it even. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Woo. Now you're going to need something a surface to put it on. You can use a plate. You can use a paper plate, but I'd rather you use a dinner plate, not a paper plate, because you can peel off this glue off of that, but you can't take it off of a paper plate once it glues down. Now I have this. Look how fast that worked. I'm going to take and put some more here, right in the middle, and I'm going to push it down, 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 down. And I want you to look how pretty that is. Be your own creator. I saw this in a magazine, and I said, man, I can make that. And luckily, I had these beautiful seashells to put them down. And see, look how easy, look how fast. Really fast. It's still kind of warm though, but you have to be careful. Notice I didn't touch my hand to this. If you're going to use a glue gun, have your parents with you. Now what I want to do is to show you that some of you will not have the kind of shells that I showed you today. This is a sand dollar. Here are some corals. And here are some other ones that you will probably have. Like I said, they are shells of different sorts, but you have to put your own ideas to it. Okay, guys? That's it. Now this is the end of our day 3. And I hope that you have enjoyed this. And take your time. You know, I did pre-preparation. It was all done ahead of time, except for the ones that I showed you, demonstrations. But take your time, be creative.
It is your artwork, not mine. And that all I did was give you some ideas and you run with it. Okay, see you next time.